Y'all, alright, welcome back. Jackson M. Haskell here. So the video coming after this on November 26th. We are talking about X-Men 97 TV show overview, which is great. And I have this video coming on the 25th, which I'm doing right now. We're talking about Chucky TV show season 3, final season. And please do not next Let's Talk Horror. Actually, next TV show, December 2nd. But there's an announcement video coming. Next, let's talk horror. Besides that, we on December 9th. Um, sorry, December 10th. Sorry about that. December 10th. But yeah, here we go. Chucky season 3. It consists of 8 episodes. It ran from October 4th, 2023 to May 1st, 2024. First episode is Murder at 1600. Directed by Jeff Renbro, written by Nick Ziegler and Tom Mancini. Mancini, creator of the franchise. October 4th, 2023. After a power outage in the White House, the Secret Service gets President James Collins, First Lady Charlotte, and their sons, Grant and Henry, to an underground bunker for safety. During a press conference the next day, Press Secretary Melanie explains that the outage was just an inconvenience in the Oval Office. President Collins later introduces Melanie and Vice President Spencer Rhodes to Henry's doll Joseph, who was actually Chucky. Joseph was the name of Collins' youngest son, who died the previous winter after terminal illness, cancer diagnosis. When Henry returns home from school, he asks his security detail Teddy to check for Joseph. Teddy finds Chucky in the office and picks him up before Chucky steals a gun and shoots him dead. Teddy's death is ruled as suicide after miscarriage. Child becomes their lead guardian. Jake, Devin, and Lexi use social media to spread Chucky's awareness to find Caroline. One night, Chucky sends them a text message taunting his new residence has strict policies against visitors. Next morning, Jake, Devin, and Lexi watch the news about Teddy's funeral. See Henry holding Chucky. Decide to travel to the White House to kill Chucky. Next episode is Let the Right One In. Probably a reference to the movie. Actually, yeah. John Hyams directed. He did a lot of Universal Soldier stuff. Son of Peter Hyams. This is written by Catherine Schlatina, and Amanda Blanchard, and Alex Delisle, and Rachel Paredes. On October 11th, 2023, during breakfast, Henry says that Joseph wants to go to school and would rather check out Oval Office. Collins agrees to let Joseph come home one more time. While in the Oval Office, Collins and Rhodes meet Warren Price, a government agent investigating Teddy's death. After 3 leave, White House Secretary Samantha enters and spots Chucky on the floor. When she picks him up, Chucky kills her with a letter opener. After finding Samantha's corpse, Price summons Charlotte to help him cover up the incident for the sake of Collins' administration. Attempting to gain access to White House with Jake and Devin, Lexi connects with Grant on TikTok and he invites him to White House annual Halloween party. Charlotte agrees to meet with Miss Fairchild at the White House. When Price summons Charlotte away, Chucky murders Miss Fairchild flag and steals her phone. He then calls and taunts Charlotte and Price about the murders. Price begins to continue covering up any evidence and blackmails Charlotte about Collins' affair. Chucky calls Jake, Devin, and Lexi. He taunts them over Miss Fairchild's death, and remarks he's waiting for him. Next episode is Jennifer's Body, a reference to the movie. John Hyams directed it. Written by Alex Delisle, Rachel Paredes, Catherine Schlatina, and Amanda Blanchard. October 18th, 2023. 1 year before a police raid interrupts Chucky from killing Tiffany, who is arrested for Mayor Cross's murder. Nika arrives and attempts to chase Caroline and Chucky, but escape for the subway. After dreaming about him stabbing Andy to death, Chucky discovers his doll form is starting to age. Chucky visits Dr. Rosen, who is an expert in voodoo, learns that as a result of his exorcism at the Catholic school of Incarnate Lord, Damballa has abandoned him. Damballa's the god that Chucky prayed to. They regain Damballa's face and allow him to continue living. He must sacrifice 6 people in equal location. Chucky kills 6 people at 112 Oceans Avenue in Amityville House. But the ritual fails, and so he uses the White House as his next location. He visits Joseph's grave site while Collins are mourning, and Henry keeps him. At Tiffany's trial, Nika, Jake, Devin, and Lexi testify against her. Tiffany, as Jennifer Tilly, is convicted of Chucky's murders and sentenced to death. Next one is Dressed to Kill, directed by Jeff Ronbro, written by Rachel Paradis and Don Mancini. October 25th, 2023, sorry. Despite Charlotte's objections, Price convinced her to hold a White House's annual Halloween party to assuage President Collins in the place. Charlotte hires Annie Kilpin to watch over Henry during the party, while Chucky plans for the arrival of Jake, Devin, and Lexi, intending to kill him as his final 3 sacrifices. Damballa, the 3 arrive at the White House with a plan to prove Chucky's guilt as well as to do him. While President Collins sees what appears to be Joseph's spirit, Henry comes downstairs with Chucky, Jake, Devin, and Lexi try to get Chucky to speak, but another power ensues. When the lights come on again, a chandelier loosened by Chucky fails, killing Annie and several other passengers. Henry and Joseph are ushered upstairs as the remaining guests are escorted out. Chucky attempts the ritual once again, but fails and discovers he is even older than before. Meanwhile, in prison, Tiffany meets celebrity chef Evelyn Elliott, who quickly despises her for turning out she killed Meg. Tiffany also receives a package of voodoo dolls. She just wanted to torture and kill Evelyn, but they use another to hypnotize the guard and to help her escape. Part 2, Death Becomes Her, directed by Samir Rahim, which is cool. He wrote in the first season. Also, The Answer Key, written by Nick Ziegler, Amanda Blanchard, and Diana Powell. On April 10th, 2024, after a Halloween accident, Colin once again sees Joseph's spirit during press conferences and leaves, disorientated. Price shows Charlotte security footage from the incident, but she misses it. Chucky emerges the White House innkeeper, but learns that his aging has continued to advance. At night, Chucky calls Tiffany and reveals he's going to die before both confess their love for each other. Tiffany convinces Chucky to start taking as many lives as he can, become the greatest serial killer of all time. Collins walks through the hallway and follows Joseph's voice to an old room. There, Chucky kills Collins and takes his nuclear access key. Nuclear access code. Meanwhile, Jake, Devin, and Lexi try to find a way to breach into the White House. Lexi reconnects with Grant. Jake and Devin come across Dr. Rosen's website and visit him. He explains that Chucky is dying permanently, and the only way they can purge him into spirit realm is by dying themselves. While driving home, Jake and Devin stop at a motel for the night, discuss their future, and have sex for the first time. Panic Room is next, directed by Samir Rahim, written by Alex Delisle, Olivia Isabella Gutierrez, and Amanda Blanchard, April 17th, 2024. This is episode 6 out of 8. Charlotte and Price find Colin's corpse and witness blood manifesting. Almost like Chucky did it. Charlotte tries to flee, but is stopped. Price explains that President Colin's death cannot go out to the public, and she, Grant, and Henry are not permitted to leave. Price hires Randall Jenkins, a body double, to take Colin's place. Meanwhile, Jake, Devin, and Lexi agree to go to the White House. That night, Chucky instructs Henry to take him to the room where the gun is hidden in the wall and takes Randall hostage. Chucky leads Henry and Randall into the Situation Room, forces later to contact the North American Aerospace Defense Command. Now, access nuclear missiles. Chucky sets targets for Moscow, Pyongyang and the North Pole. Lexi is the Grant to help when the group reaches the situation room before the missiles are launched. Charlotte, Price, and Secret Agent Coop also arrive. Coop shooting Chucky in the head while Randall aborts missiles. However, Chucky launches the missiles to the North Pole, disintegrating into dust. As Price scrambles to lock the White House down, fear of Charles Lee Ray manifests in the hallway. There Will Be Blood is next, directed by Amanda Rowe, written by Catherine Schlatina and Dosh E. Jacobs, April 24, 2024. On the spirit realm, Charles Lee Ray meets Timbella and is challenged to kill as a ghost. Price discusses his plan that Randall, an announcement if it works slated the presidency, will be transferred to Vice President Rhodes due to his terminal brain cancer. Coop and Grant security detail, Hicks, help Charlotte escape with Henry. Price summons parapsychologist Carol Lindstrom and her associate Timmy Nash, aiding cleaning the White House of its evil spirits. To persuade Charles' spirit to move on, they must have a seance. Meanwhile, Randall is forced to record Collins' farewell tape. Price reveals that he plans to kill him, so that there will be no witnesses. Randall, a secret service agent chasing him. They eventually fight in the elevator, but both drown when it floods with blood. In a seance, the group makes contact with Charles as Carol tries to get in touch. Charles causes blood to rain down the fire sprinklers. Carol, Melanie, and Rhodes are killed when Charles throws the listening device to the floor, electrocuting them. Timmy announces that they must be Chucky and Spirit Realm, and Jake volunteers to do it. Using a drug provided by Price, Jake is temporarily put under cardiac arrest. Only have 5 minutes before Devin must revive him. Meanwhile, Tiffany is restrained and prep for lethal injection from a promise with Gigi. Nika, who's watching execution, passes on Tiffany a farewell address. Message, sorry. Final Destination is next. Directed by Jeff Renfro. Written by Alex Delisle and Nick Ziegler and Tom Mancini, May 1st, 2024. Yeah. Jake wakes up in the spirit realm where his father, Lucas, meets his father and forgives him. Sorry. He also finds Chucky's spirit, Charles' spirit, who takes him to the White House movie theater where all the different soul fragments are watching scenes of Chucky's life. Jake knows that good Chucky runs out, follows him to the Oval Office. Good Chucky says that Charlotte Caroline is safe. Man named Wendell Wilkins. Jake explains it to be forgiven in Dean's death. Good Chucky sacrificed himself. Other soul fragment enters the room to convince Good Chucky not to go for it. Jake realizes all of them are distracting him long enough for Chucky Prime to possess his body. Meanwhile, Tiffany rescues from her, but one of the brainwashed prison guards who escorts her out. Nika tries to stop them, but is knocked down as Tiffany escapes in a getaway car. In the White House, Price and his agent set up bombs, while Devin brings Jake back from the spirit realm and whenever Chucky is possessing his body. As Chucky says he knows where Caroline is being held, Price kills Hicks and explodes some bombs. Grant locks Price in the Oval Office, where he burns alive. Chucky, and Timmy get an elevator where Chucky kills Timmy. Devin, Lexi, and Grant escape from the burning White House, just as Charlotte and Henry reunite. Grant sees Collins and Joseph's spirit, who bid him farewell. Chucky reunites with Devin and Lexi and leads them to Wendell's address. Wendell is a doll maker, also created the Good Guy dolls. He shows them the prototype Good Guy doll he created just as Caroline enters the room. Chucky reveals to Devin and Lexi that he, with Caroline's help, he transfers his soul back to the doll. Tiffany also arrives, and Chucky expresses that he wishes that they could be a real family again. Caroline transfers Tiffany's soul to Wendell's prototype Belle doll, and she drives away with both Chucky and Tiffany. Nika wheels herself to Wendell's house, discovers with Caroline and Jake. Caroline also transferred Jake, Devin's, and Lexi's souls into marionette dolls just as Wendy approached her. This is Wendell approaches her from behind, which is interesting. But yeah, that's it. Like I said, the video coming after is November 26th. We're talking about X-Men 97 general overview, which is good. Our next Let's Talk TV show will be December 2nd. We're starting it, which is cool. There will be an announcement video later this month, which is good. And our next Let's Talk Horror, otherwise, will be December 10th. And I hope you guys enjoyed. Have a great and wonderful day. And thank you all so much. And bye bye.